Kraków has many such stories, but it is thanks to you, ladies and gentlemen, that some of those stories can now be heard all over the globe. From Paris to Zurich, from Zurich to Hong Kong, from Hong Kong to San Francisco. It is thanks to you that every single day this city now speaks nearly 100 languages and is becoming ever more successful at integrating some of its collective wisdom and experience. Ladies and gentlemen, the 6th annual Aspire conference is now officially open. My name is Łukasz Cioch, and it truly is a great honor to be standing here right before you today. Welcome. Panie Marszałku, serdecznie zapraszam na scenę. Please welcome the Marshal. Ladies and gentlemen, the Marshal's office has been a very important partner for this conference. Now that we have woken the dragon officially, I believe it's only proper that I should invite on stage the very person who actually spent countless hours, made probably thousands of phone calls and sent thousands of emails to bring us all together here today. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Andrew Hallam, Secretary General of Aspire. We're running a little behind time, so we're going to get into the game straight on. The next session is entitled The Future of Money, and here to talk to you, Professor Ian Angel from London School of Economics, author of the fiercely controversial and provocative New Barbarian Manifesto. That's at least what the Amazon readers claimed when I browsed through the reviews. And here to moderate the discussion, Owen McCoy. Gentlemen, the floor is yours.
Now, I'm sure the best of the experts asked 10 years ago about this industry would never have believed that in 2016 there will be 50,000 people employed in a diverse network of multinational companies that really create the multinational character of this city. We as Aspire analyze information, we collect data, we talk to people, we organize meetings like this once a year, but we also organize regular meetings where we discuss specific areas and issues. And it's infinitely fascinating for us to listen about the challenges your individual companies are now undertaking. Those companies speak all over 90 languages in Kraków. Every day, over 90 languages are spoken in Kraków. Now, my job is to look after the so-called public affairs, which means I talk to city authorities, regional authorities, journalists, and I often get asked by journalists in a very dismissive way, what is this BPO and outsourcing really about? What I keep facing again and again is that even professional economic journalists do not understand this industry, do not understand the value you contribute to this city. Yes, they understand the numbers, they understand it's 50,000 people, they understand the number of languages, they understand that you actually add 10,000 new jobs every year to this industry for the last 6 years. It's a tremendous achievement. But what you also do, you make this city truly international, ladies and gentlemen. And for that, you should really applaud yourself now. Now, at Aspire, we believe in diversity. We have worked hard. I mean, this very gentleman right here to my left, he has probably made like several thousand phone calls and really, really many emails. Working on today's program, we have focused on providing diversity, food for thought, to make you realize how amazing this industry you represent actually is. And also to give you an outside perspective of people who are not only well-traveled, but have fascinating interests related to technology and all your daily affairs. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Elżbieta Koterba, Deputy Mayor for Development, addressed this audience. The last item in today's program is a story from the front line. And to introduce this session, I would like to invite on stage Mr. Ziad Rauf, representative of the Kurdish government to Poland. Ziad, kindly join me on stage. Gentlemen, we do realize that we have not made the last two sessions the easiest ones to digest, so to say. But as many of you know very well, it takes quite an experience to change the way you follow in your life. And sometimes it's very important to hear someone who has actually gone through something that is barely imaginable in our conditions. Ladies and gentlemen, let me now invite on stage Andrew Hallam to officially close this session and introduce you to the pleasant, light-hearted part of the evening. Andrew, please join me.
Similarly, your book, Touching the Void, is still touching a void in Polish, which means dotknięcie pustki, which is more or less the same in Polish. But when they did the film, they called this film not Touching the Void, but they called it Waiting for Joe. Now, do you think you could possibly comment on that?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, touching the void, it actually means quite a lot. The void is death. I'm an atheist, and you know, I used to be a Catholic, and when I lapsed, I thought, if anything really serious happens, will I go, oh, I'll say a few Our Fathers and get out of here? And when I was in the crevasse, I didn't. I knew it all ended there. You know, at 25, that's the void that I was touching. So if you translate it into German, the word void in German is a bit more literal. And I think it's Grenz, something like that. But unfortunately, that translates as touching the hole.
I just want to ask Joe one question and then leave at least one question to you. Joe, now, if this experience had not happened, you would probably have climbed a couple more mountains and maybe had an interesting job in life. But as it turns out, this experience has been the transformative experience of your life. So my question is, how important do you think it is for people to actually consciously look for a transformative experience, for something that gets you out of the system, out of the routine? Look for something that really defines your life consciously. How important is it? Because you have...
Well, it's important, but don't look for one like this. Jesus, no. I mean, the thing is that it's a two-edged sword, actually, because I never climbed quite as seriously as I did before. And so the accident sort of, I never discovered my full potential as a mountaineer, and I've always regretted that. But I would have never discovered I could write. It was almost like a phoenix out of the ashes thing, so it took that away, but I discovered I could write, and I've now written 8 books, and some of them have won awards and whatever, and I find writing as challenging, more frightening than climbing, makes you more vulnerable, but it's a wonderful thing to do, and it's led into making films. Public speaking is one of the most frightening things you can do. It's of all the phobias, the third phobia is fear of death.
Tell me more.
The second phobia is fear of losing a loved one, and the worst phobia by far is public speaking. And so I would have done none of these challenging things if that hadn't happened. But you still have to do it yourself. You know, you've got to write the book, you've got to stand on stage. So, yeah. I mean, there's transformative and there's transformative. I'm not entirely sure this was transformative. I think this was just bloody painful.
Thank you very much, Joe.
Thank you very much.
A round of applause, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Cheers.